Hey everybody, Sheila Magalhaes here from Heartsong Yoga Center in East Longmeadow, Massachusetts. I am in the great room of our studio and coming to you live today to introduce what are called Sun Salutations. Surya Namaskara, Sun Salutes are the foundation for the Vinyasa and Ashtanga classes that we teach here at Heartsong Yoga and that you might find in other areas when you're going to classes that are called power or flow. Um, and the sun salutes are warming and heating and activating and vigorous. They can be, but you can slow them down, you can break them into pieces, and this is a way for you to get some information that maybe you haven't had the chance to take a look at before, in terms of understanding what do they mean. So we're essentially doing a sequence of poses: Sun Salute or Surya Namaskara, which is the Sanskrit name; Sun Salute A, which has 9 pieces, 9 individual pieces or components strung together with breath, a smooth and even ujjayi breath, which means the ocean sounding breath. And that is one of the hallmarks of the sequence of Surya Namaskara, is this beautiful, full, rich, noisy breath that sounds like Darth Vader a little bit. Piece by piece, bit by bit, you put them together into a flow. And so when people say Vinyasa yoga, they're thinking about or considering flow. And vinyasa means, one of the translations is to place carefully, that you really pay attention to how you're moving. It's a very mindful practice. So we're not rushing. It's not fast. It's not a race, and you can go at your own pace. Other qualities of the practice of Surya Namaskara, Sun Salutations, is something known as the bandhas or locks. So what happens is, if you end up in an Ashtanga class and you hear your teacher say, "Where are your bandhas?" And you say, "I have no idea what she's talking about. Bandhas, what are they?" What I'll do is I'll move back, and so that I can stand and you can see me, and I'll show you different bits and pieces of that. But the 2 bandhas or locks are what is called a root lock, which is the pelvic floor, the perineum lifting lightly, lifting, squeezing in. I can't describe it any other way than this. All right, you ready? So, say you're driving down the road, you have to pee, pull over, get out of the car, and suddenly a car starts coming and you stop. And then they go by, and hopefully they didn't see you, and you continue. So that little lift, that pulling in and up that you feel, almost like a Kegel for women. And that is called Mula Bandha, or the root lock. The second lock, or bandha translates to river banks. So think about harnessing, connecting, holding together energetically. You pull in the low abdominal muscle. So if I come here and have my belly really soft and then pull it in and up, you see what happens? It's like the chest lifts, the heart rises. There's a contraction here at the low abdominals, and then there's the pulling in and up of the perineum. Those are the bandhas or the locks. The breathing aspect, called ujjayi breathing, and I'm giving you all of this because it's just a tutorial or a clinic, is in and out through the nose. So when you breathe in and out through the nose and you don't control it, it's like a sniffing sound. So instead, imagine that you're holding in front of you a mirror, and you want to fog the mirror like you're a little kid and you're making your mom crazy. You're fogging the windows of the car and then writing in them, right? So you make that back of the throat, the glottis closes up a little bit, this little. If you close your mouth and keep breathing the same way, like this, and take it back in, and then let it out again, Can you hear me? If you were there, I would be getting a little feedback, but I hope that you can hear me. So the mouth is closed, the eyes are open, the breath is in and out through the nose the whole time. And when you close your mouth, you don't grit your teeth or clench. You keep your face very soft. I like to say a Buddha smile. And you make that whispery sound called Ujjayi breathing or the ocean sounding breath, sometimes called victorious breath. In the sun salutations, your eyes have one place to look at throughout the sequence. So when you're moving, you're not looking around, you're not getting distracted, you don't start to get wandering eyes. Eyes are focused, steady, along with the breath that's focused and steady. And the connecting movements, the 9 pieces of Surya Namaskara A, I will demonstrate it and then I will break it down. All right? So let's see. I think I need to make an adjustment. So let's see how this goes. There's my mat. All right. Let's see how that is. Remember, this is live. All right. So we can't stop now. Surya Namaskara A, 9 pieces. Pulling in through the abdomen. Gently lifting up through the perineum, not squeezing. Breath in and out through the nose. And that soft smile on your face. This is mountain pose or Surya Nama, or what are we coming to? Sama Stetihi, which means equal standing pose. And you begin your practice at the top of the mat with your feet together. Draw in the navel center. Uddiyana Bandha, flying up block, lift the perineum, Mula Bandha, root block. And as you do, the heart rises, hands are by the side. Samastetihi with the gaze past the tip of the nose. 9 pieces in Sun A, I'll count them through, and I'll do this one kind of full on. And then I'll back it up and back it up and back it up, all right? I'll count the pieces. 1, inhale, arms reach, look up, palms touch, legs are strong and firm. 2, exhale, forward fold, come down. If you start to round your back, only go as far as your knees or shins, but we're reaching down, exhaling to the floor. 3, inhale, lift your gaze. 4, exhale, step back. This is high plank. Squeeze the thighs, elbows draw in, they're close to your side. You go down almost to the ground, then push the toes back, lift the chest up, and this is upward dog. Position 5. Position 6 pulls back, downward facing dog. And I usually adjust it a little bit and breathe 5 breaths here. 1, the feet are parallel, hip width apart, heels start to sink, squeeze in through the navel center and the thighs are strong. 2, that's 3 breaths. 4, 5. Bend your knees, position 7. Inhale, hop up or walk up, look up. 8, exhale, fold. If I can, my hands are flat. 9, inhale, come all the way up, squeeze the belly in, look up. And hands down, Sama Stetihi. Again, 1, inhale. 2, exhale. 3, inhale. 4, exhale. 5, inhale. 6, exhale. And 5 breaths. The drishti, or the gazing point, is up towards the navel center. That means tucking the chin in slightly, turning your eyes up towards the belly, but you probably can't see it. You might, but I usually don't, but that's the direction for the eyes. That's about 3 breaths. 4, and 5. On an inhale, position 7. Bend the knees and hop up, look up. 8, exhale, fold. 9, inhale, come all the way up to standing, palms touch, and hands by your side. All right, so those qualities all put together, known as Trishdhana, right? The foundation or the 3 pillars of the practice. We have the bandhas, we have the breath, the ujjayi breath, and we have the drishti, where your eyes go. When you tip your head back like this in up dog, your gaze is actually still past the navel. So the next one I do, I'll talk about where the gaze is, right? And break it down just a little bit more. So 9 pieces, Surya Namaskara Sun Salutations A. And generally when I begin, the hands come to the heart. And in our practices and classes, the hands come to the heart. And I like to think of this as being a bit of an offering or a prayer or a ritual. And this is the place where I always consider my loved ones, my family members, anyone who I know is having difficulties or challenges. And then a message of goodwill and peace to all beings everywhere. And hands by your side. 1, inhale, reach up, look up towards your thumbs, drishti to thumbs. 2, exhale as you forward fold, always exhaling as you drop down. 3, inhale, lift your gaze, you're looking off your nose. 4, exhaling down, still looking off the nose. 5, inhale, lift the heart, but look off the nose. 6, exhale, pull back and look up towards the navel center. Breathe 5 breaths. If your hamstrings are tight here, what will happen is you'll start to suffer and your back will round and you'll be like hanging out. So you can bend your knees and then press up through the hips and behind you. If you're super flexy, you might think that down dog looks like this, which is very dippy. What I would like to see is belly in, hips high, and a nice long line looking towards the navel center. Position 7, inhale. I'd like to hop up, but maybe I'm going to walk up instead. Looking up. 8, exhale, fold, look past your nose. 9, inhale, come all the way up to standing, looking up to your thumbs, and Samastiti. So suddenly, as you practice that sequence, you don't see anything that's around you. This is single point attention. There's nothing but the breath, the movement, your mat, and yourself. So it's an amazing practice of aware presence and focused attention inward, and a way to help to quiet the wandering mind. And it can be a full-on practice all by itself, doing sun salutes in the morning or anytime you choose. 3 to 5 sun salutations, awesome. Break it down. Feet together, shoulders back, excellent posture, bandhas in place, breath is steady. Inhale, arms reach, and maybe they come together out in front of you, because if I go up too high, then I'm going to curve my back and pop out my ribs. So somewhere here is better. Exhale, start to soften your knees as you fold when those hamstrings are tight. And just reach your knees or your shins. 3, inhale, lift your gaze. 4, exhale, reach down, take the floor. And walk your feet back. High plank gets very, very challenging for lots of us, and you get tired fast. So put your knees down and exhale all the way down. Point back your toes, slide back your hands. And as you inhale, position 5, it's like a little baby cobra. Don't let your heels turn out. Tops of the feet flat, looking past my nose. Then you push back for position 6. Turn your toes under and lift your hips high and take downward facing dog. If you're starting to get tired or your breath is raspy or you're struggling, during these 5 breaths, put your knees down and put your hips back. And just keep breathing and being with the class or being with yourself for 3 and 4 and 5 breaths. Then come back to table position, lift your hips up, and when I say 7, inhale to the top of your mat, you walk up. 8, exhale and fold. 9, inhale, heads up, arms reach up, palms touch, look up, and hands by your side. Samasthiti. All right? So your knees can go down, your whole body can go down. Your up dog can be a little baby cobra, and you can use your knees to go through. Let's do it again. 1, inhale. Legs are very super strong and squeezed, hug the bones. 2, exhale as you fold. 3, inhale, look up. You still get that beautiful back bend. 4, exhale, get down to the ground and step back. Put your knees down. 5, go all the way down. Point back your toes. Slide your hands back about an inch so that the wrists are underneath your shoulders. And 5, inhale, up dog or baby cobra. 6, downward facing dog. And breathe. See the V shape that I'm creating here? A long line of the spine, long legs, long line of the hamstrings, which sometimes get tight. Breathe. 3, 4. All right, 5. Position 7, inhale, take it up. Your feet are together. 8, exhale and fold. 9, inhale, straight legs, come all the way up, palms touch. Hands by your side. Whew. The Trishtana, the sequence, the movements, the vinyasa are all designed to create some heat. So we call that tapas. That's fire of determination. It is your strength, your commitment, your courage, fortitude. Use these practices to strengthen the container that holds your heart, your soul, your spirit, yourself, your intuition. Get strong and quiet your mind at the same time. So what we love about Ashtanga, Sun Salutations, and Vinyasa is that it is strengthening and vigorous, but it is also very calming. And guess what? No background noise. It's just your breath. Surya Namaskara B has 17 pieces in it. Everything that we just did, but you add a warrior pose with the right foot and the left foot, and a fierce pose at the beginning. Aren't these great ways to describe what we're doing? Fierce pose, warrior pose, right? All of this strength throughout the practice. It starts with Samasthiti, equal standing. I try to keep the tail drawn in slightly, not flattening the low back, right? But trying not to move into what I have is a little bit of lordosis. So tail in a bit, ribs down. Everybody's shaped differently. Everybody has a different level of flexibility, strength, and balance. This is just your practice. 17 pieces. I'll count it out and do the full-on series. 1, inhale, bend your knees, reach, Utkatasana, fierce pose. 2, exhale as you fold and the legs straighten, reach the ground. 3, inhale, lift your gaze. 4, exhale, walk or hop back and lower down. 5, inhale is up dog, look off your nose. 6, exhale is down dog, look up to the navel. 7, right foot up, left foot on its edge, reach up to warrior 1, look at your thumbs. 8, come down, step back, lower down. Remember your knees could go down. 9, up dog. 10, down dog. 11, left foot up, right foot on its edge. Carry it up if you need to. Warrior 1, exhale. 12, down, back, lower down. 13, up dog. 14, I'm rolling over the toes. Downward dog and hold and breathe. 1, 2, 3, getting a little warm, a little more pliable. Breathe. 4. And 5. 15, inhale, take it up. 16, exhale, hold. 17, back into fierce pose, rise up. Stand up, Samasthiti. Woo! All right, 17 pieces in Sun Salute B, Surya Namaskara B. So generally for a home practice, we like to do at least 5 Sun Salute A's and 3 Sun Salute B's. And when you're learning this sequence and you're learning this practice, that's enough. Then you take some rest. For Surya Namaskara B, 17 pieces, I'll break it down, right? Break it down. Feet together, hands by your side. 1, inhale, bend knees, arms reach, hands touch or shoulder width apart. 2, exhale, as you come down, that's where you might have to stop by your knees and reach the floor. 3, inhale, your head's up. 4, exhale, walk back and lower down. 5, inhale, point back your toes, slide back your hands a little up dog or baby cobra. 6, exhale into downward dog. 7, right foot up, left foot on its edge. Come up. If you have to catch yourself on the way, reach up, palms touch or shoulder width. Draw the right hip back. Your knee is just about over your ankle. Just about. It might not quite make it, but don't go too far past. You can see how that changes the lines in the posture. This is warrior 1. And exhale all the way down. This is position 8. You got to get down somehow. 9. Inhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Try to get that left foot up. Maybe it only goes to here, and you have to help yourself up. The back foot's on its edge. See that? Heel to heel alignment. Inhale up. And then come down. This is position 12. You have to watch my foot. Pivot on the back foot. Step back. Lower down. Phew. All right. 13. Inhale. Up dog. Keep the tops of the feet flat. The difference to come to full up dog is that you squeeze the thighs and you lift them off the ground. You can see how much work that takes. So my knees can be down. That's fine. And shins. Then press back 14. Great place to take rest. Breathe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, gotta get back up. And 15, come on up, look up. 16, fold. 17, back to fierce pose. And Samasthiti. Practice, 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 practice. That's all this is. I could talk, and talk. But doing the practice, exploring it, taking care of yourself, resting when you need to, this is an excellent foundation for any vigorous yoga practice. Very many classes, flow, vinyasa, power, incorporate these sun salutes and then turn them into poses one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. And others are very specific and always the same. That's Ashtanga yoga, which is the foundation of my practices. Ashtanga means the 8-limbed path of yoga. And Ashtanga Vinyasa is this very particular sequence. So I'll do 1 Sun Salute A, 1 Sun Salute B, and will you join me? And then I'll lead you through a very modified closing. In Ashtanga yoga, you create a sandwich. The first is your Sun Salutations. The end, or the other slice of bread, is a closing sequence. And there's a very formal sequence and then a more modified sequence. In between is 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5. I've never seen them. I don't know how to do them. But primary series of Ashtanga yoga, which is a sequence of poses. or second series, which is more, the primary is more forward bending. Second series, which is more backward bending and a few more twists, and sometimes a little more complicated. And we pull out what we need to pull out in a way that feels like it is intuitive and makes sense. So it's not all willy-nilly, it's very specific. And so enough talk, like I said, talk. Practice, practice, practice. Surya Namaskara A. Start with your hands at your heart and pull up something that you're grateful for. Bring in the Ujjayi breathing. And there's one breath with each movement, but if you need extra breaths, take them. Don't huff and puff and don't open your mouth. Keep your mouth closed. Hands by your side, eyes open. Surya Namaskara A. 1, inhale. 2, exhale. 3, inhale, head up. 4, exhale, walk or jump back. Lower down. 5, inhaling, upward dog. 6, exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, we're not rushing, right? Position 7, inhale, walk or hop up, straight legs. 8, exhale, fold in. 9, inhale, come back up, strong blocks. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Look up to your thumbs and hands by your side. Surya Namaskara B. 1, inhale, fierce pose, look up. As you inhale. 2, exhale and fold. Uttanasana, forward bend. 3, inhale, lift your gaze. 4, exhale, back. Chaturanga Dandasana. 5, inhale, up dog. 6, exhale, downward dog. 7, right foot up, left foot on its edge as you rise up, warrior. 8, exhale, back carefully down, step back, lower down. 9, up dog. 10, down dog. 11, left foot up, right foot on its edge, reach up. 12, exhale down. Step back. That's a big long breath. I'm running out of steam. 13, up dog. 14, downward facing dog, and breathe 5 breaths. You come to stillness and take 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, inhale, up, 16, exhale, fold, 17, back to fierce pose. Big breathing, stand up, exhaling through your nose. Samastitihi, equal standing pose. All right, so here you are, top of the mat. And we got to get back down. You never just sit down. You got to flow back down. All right, ready for that? So let's do a little mini vinyasa, just a little partial one. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, and you fold. You have to come by your knees. All the way down, inhale, heads up. Exhale, start to go back to down dog this time. Downward dog as this big V shape, and then come onto your toes, down onto your knees. Put your big toes together, take the knees a little wide, and sit back for a moment in a wide-kneed child's pose. Just a moment. And then lift up and roll onto your back. All right. There's some fun transitions that we'll learn later on. Do some little clinics or tutorials. My feet are flat, my knees are bent, hands by your side. Let's take the back bend of bridge. The knees and inner thighs drawing towards each other. Can you roll your shoulders underneath and clasp your hands? Squeeze your belly in. Look past your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release your shoulders, bring your back down to the ground. Draw your knees to your chest. Reach your arms out to T. Let your knees, both of them, fall over to the right. And you look over your left shoulder. If you want to adjust your shoulders, adjust the hips. And we're starting to come to close, so I encourage you now to let your eyes close and enjoy this twist. And what you might have noticed as we went through Sun A, Sun B, there was some back bending, there was forward bending, but there weren't any twists, right? So I think a spinal twist is super smart to end the practice. Coming back up and across if you're just doing sun salutes. Across and over, look over your right shoulder. Exhaling, settle the shoulders, maybe close your eyes. I think I'll join you. Breathe 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring your knees back up to the center and stretch your legs straight up to the ceiling. As you do, draw the legs a little bit closer to you. This is sometimes called waterfall. It's an inversion. You're going to get your feet up over your head. You can also tuck a cushion or block underneath your hips. Kind of like you come to bridge. Put the block under, just by your sacrum, and then lift the legs up. And see how that gives a little bit of a tilt? I love that. A cushion from your couch. Bed pillows are too cushy. Your inversion, getting a little upside down. And then another way to do this is to catch yourself. Feet up, roll up, and legs to the sky. Here I'm making sure that I'm comfortable. I'm not turning my head, eyes to one spot. You got to get down by bringing your knees in and laying your back on the floor. Cross your ankles and roll up to sit. The last 3 and very formal, beautiful way to end the practice is to be in cross legs, or some people go into a lotus position. I'm going to stay right here because it's nicer for my knees today. Take your left hand and bring it behind your back, and then your right hand and arm and bring it behind your back. And you're just holding your forearms. And inhale, exhale, fold. The last 3 lotus poses or cross-legged poses seal the practice completely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Draw the locks in. Draw the belly in. Draw your shoulders back. Put your thumb and first fingers together. Stretch your arms out and let your arms just rest. The wrists or the backs of your hands resting by your knees. Drop the chin slightly, but don't hunch. Don't round. Sit up tall. Look down to your heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift your hips up, lift your knees up, put your hands down, and lift your hips off the floor. 5 breaths. 1, 2, and your gaze is forward, slightly down. 3, towards right out in front. 4, and 5. That's called lifted lotus, or uplitihi, sprung up. So I will show you that lotus position and the lift because it's kind of fun. And also just I remembered that it's nice to think about the lotus and the lotus flower, and which is quite often a symbol of yoga. You see it so often as a depiction. Beautiful, pristine, gorgeous lotus flower sitting at the top of the pond. And what the yogis say, and in particular Thich Nhat Hanh, who's a Buddhist meditation teacher, no mud, no lotus. Lotus flower grows from the bottom of the murky, mucky, yucky pond, right? Dark water, mucky water in the mud. Think about being in the mud. And then rises up, and it reaches and reaches and reaches up towards the surface and then unfolds at the top, in all its glory and all its beauty. So we say no mud, no lotus, because often what spurs us to action or helps us to grow is rising up from the mud. So uplitihi, sprung up. If I put my right foot up top and then my left foot up on top of that, and don't forget, if any of this feels like it's too sensitive for your knees, your hips, you don't do it. Hands go down, push down, lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back down and unfold everything. Let's take a last vinyasa. This is what it looks like from a seated position. You cross your ankles. They're in tight. My knees are too. Lean forward. Touch the floor. Lift up. Jump back. Lower down. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. And this little sequence is fun to practice as well at home. And hop through. Cross your ankles. Come through onto the ground. Lie down. Do you feel your heartbeat? Can you have a sense of how you've activated and energized through the practice? Feel the support of the earth beneath you. Enjoy the stillness that comes after you move through the sequence over and over and over again. Every single day you get on your mat and do Sun Salutations. Hardwire them into your body so that you can take them anywhere you go, on vacation, to the beach, on the deck, in the park, in your backyard, in a hotel room, in between the beds, wherever you are, you can take rest. As you rest, let your hands just rest, one at your heart, one at the belly. And as you work on keeping your attention in the present moment, the breath is your anchor, and it helps to keep you there. And the feel of the support of the earth. And take the next few moments to just allow yourself this luxury of doing nothing, but allowing life force energy to flow through your body, to reach the places that might need some attention, trusting that your body knows exactly what it needs for healing, for balance, for radiant health and well-being. And you'll notice as you focus on the breath, and it becomes more natural, your natural breath, and you start to melt around the edges, and you just let everything go. Nothing else to do. No place else to be. You can stay where you are, and I'll end this practice by bringing hands to the heart and dropping the gaze towards the heart center. Hari Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace in our hearts, peace in our homes, peace in our world, Namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. Until we meet again. Bye bye.